What makes Geotex unique is the teamwork, the people we have.
I'll make sure it's done right, make sure that what the customer needs, we take care of it.
Quality workmanship, and we value the partnership. Over 30 years, Geotex stepped up to the plate and always answered the difficult questions.
So we felt that any business needed a strong foundation to be successful moving forward. So the key principles that we founded the company on were the quality of work, which obviously is important, integrity, which was important not only for customer relationships, but also relationships within our own organization. And then obviously safety was key, because we wanted everyone to go home to their family.
Quality, doing things the right way. Nobody sees our work, it's underground. So making sure it's done right. You know, we want 100 years later, if people have to dig our work up, they can see, wow, this was done right, Geotex did it. Integrity, treating people the way that we want to be treated. So the teamwork at Geotex is, we've all got our regular jobs, but everybody's always willing to jump in and help one another. And I think that's what helps us excel and thrive. We all wear a lot of hats. It gets very hectic at times, but I think that brings everybody closer together too. So that's the way it is out in the field, the office, the shop. Everybody's willing to do anything they can to help their teammate out.
Geotex has been around for over 30 years now. I think one of the unique pieces about what we do is how we take care of the customers, those relationships we build with people.
So over 30 years, Geotex stepped up to the plate and always answered the difficult questions. Cost is the first step in being successful in that relationship. Trust becomes the second step, right? You start to build a relationship, and you know the key is that you don't lose that trust, and you don't lose that trust by always being honest, always being forthright, always communicating, and so Geotex always did that, and they provided the service necessary for us to be successful in the application of the projects.
Geotex handles all of our land development of the projects that we build, which includes all erosion control during their construction, the earth movement, the installation of storm sewer, water lines, and sanitary lines. The work they produce is always top-notch, and we value the partnership, quite honestly.
We take pride in our work. We do things the right way, even though it might take a little longer, cost a little more. We might not be the cheapest guy, but our customers know they're going to get it done right.
I would say Geotex is a great company to work with. We value the partnership. There are people who truly care about the work they produce. They are open, they communicate effectively, and we're never surprised by anything we get out of them. We value our partnership. They're a great team member.
So we have a few clients that we work closely with quite a bit, and we try to keep those relationships good by doing good work for them and trying to help them out on the front end of things and as we go along through the project.
A team approach to a project always just made things go much smoother.
We try to solve problems when problems arise, try to find the root cause of them and work backwards so that we don't have that.
The people that I work with really are what makes coming in every day worth it. Coming in, having those relationships with the people at work, and then the people that we work with and for, really are what made the difference for me.
We had several second-generation employees. At one time, there was a third-generation employee. So those, I think, just kind of reflect on how effective those values and that foundation really were.
My dad is a foreman here, and I worked under him for a while, and so I kind of grew up doing this, and I've always been around him since I was younger, so Geotex is kind of like my second home, you know. I enjoy working for the guys, and I like it here.
So I like working for Geotex because it's a family-oriented, team-based place. Everybody works together to get done. what we need to get done. And
Anyone that wants to stay with an organization, they must be happy there. I think it's a reflection of the caliber of the company that they work for.
I've worked for Geotex for 30 years, starting in 1992. If somebody wants to work for Geotex, what I would tell them, that is the family atmosphere. Not just within the company, but inclusive of your family, the company, and the companies that you work for.
So the fact that we're an ESOP, I think, is a very unique offering. So we're employee owned.
We need people that want to learn, that want to come, and it's not just a job to them. So that employee ownership all ties in with that. Today we have quality, integrity, safety, and family. And our definition of family is that we all work together. So the more successful the company is, the more successful individually each of us are. We want to solve problems. When there's a thought of a job, we want to sit down with the customer and let's solve the problems before we step on site.